So obviously, since we only talk about the best of things on the Walk of Kings, this is where we talk about my conversation with the almighty Bard, who has now taken the #1 spot in my pantheon. She's at the very top. She has ousted Lord Kotiar from her heavenly position at the top of the pantheon throne. And now let us speak of her. We only have till the end of this walk, you know, at the end of the street. It only takes about 30 seconds. So speak of her.
I think you need to speak of her. I don't know anything.
Yes, we have not listened to the recording yet. What do you think she said? What do you think she laughed about with me? Well, there was laughter, and it was genuine. I believe genuine, and I hope you can confirm it's genuine laughter by the end of the night.
Was it related to the gift you gave her?
It was, but that was the very last thing. She drove the conversation, which is probably good, because I probably would have faltered along like a ninny puppy ninny, and would have got nowhere. But she grabbed me by the horns and she led my conversation on, quick and swift.
How long you talked?
Oh, well, the one in question was just 5 minutes, is what the slot was. It went a little longer, you know, because we got to the end of 5 minutes, and then the handler lady was like, all right, if you got anything to sign. So then that's when she did the signature. So I suppose all in all it was about probably 7 minutes total.
Okay.
So that was the end, though. I mean, that's the one that I consider to be best, because it was one-on-one, you know. It was in a nice quiet space, just me and her, and of course the Tennessee handler lady, but she was off, you know, not too up in our faces, you know. It wasn't like security guards hanging out like with their arms crossed and, you know,
that would have been awkward.
ready to right. So no, it was very nice. But then other than that, also I took a photo with her. That was the first time. That was just kind of, you know, we won't listen to that recording because it was kind of just that, you know. We introduced each other, we got a photo. The second time was her meet and greet, as they say, which would have been lovely if it was just me and her, because that was a whole full hour, you know. But of course, no, there were a few others, Americans.
So you never got one-on-one during that?
No. Well, we all talked together. It was like a lovely. It was kind of like a little tea party without the tea. A lady from Kansas, lady from Scotland, and I guess it was just the three of us plus the handler lady then. So like 5 people just having a chat. So that was nice. And then of course I talked to her a little bit at the drinks, but you know, she was talking to other people, talking to the old ladies mostly. The old ladies must have really liked her, which I understand, because she was one of only 2 women there.
Yeah.
But I got a little, I will not fear him. I got a little bit of time there. So those were the 3 on the first night, but really it was just the 7 minutes on the second day that really just lifted up my heart.
And she hopes to see you again.
That's the takeaway. And it's funny though, because I thought it was going miserably. I sat down and I had overslept actually. Well, you know, not that I really needed to be there for anything, you know. My time was like in the 11th hour, but I didn't get up till 10, which thank God I woke up then, because had I missed it, I would have been devastated, and also I would have had no hoping to see you soon, you know, like, because that's really the most uplifting of all this. Because as I said, I thought my conversation was shit actually while it was happening. I sat down, I was tired, I was like, I'm ugly. You know, like sometimes when you just sit down and you feel ugly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I feel like it's a morning thing more than anything else.
If you don't feel well rested and well prepared, you just feel
feel ugly.
Yep. You feel ugly.
And I definitely felt ugly. And I'm talking to the, you know, the most beautiful, what I feel to be the most beautiful girl in the world right now, the Queen of Mercia, the queen of my pantheon. And here I am sitting ugly. And here's the thing. You weren't here for this conversation with Daniel that I had last time, but I was telling him, like, is it just me, or do I always talk really loud when we're on our walks outside together?
When you talk in accents, you talk loud.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, when I'm with Daniel, when I'm talking regular like this, like right now, I'm talking loud.
You're talking louder than normal right now.
But this is like what I talk like with Daniel. So I'm like, Daniel, I got to get out of this habit because, you know, the Queen of Mercia is very composed and calm
Yeah, you
and
don't
very,
wanna just
very
be-
relaxed. I don't want to be very abrasive with her. I want her to think I'm calm and collective like I am, you know. I don't want to sound immature and, you know, what's abrasive. I think that's a good word. Just
Yeah.
blunt and, you know. So I like, for the whole week, I was training myself. Like, you were going to be freaking calm with this girl. You're going to speak slowly, softly, quietly. But I overdid it.
You're too slow and soft and quiet.
Yeah, so, and you'll probably hear it in the recording. I'm just like kind of like sitting back like I don't even care. And then I felt like that too. It's like, you know, the day before I had kind of, you know, spoken like this, kind of like, you know, like I usually do when I'm confident enough or whatever. But when it was just me and her, I was like, oh, yeah. Just really, really soft spoken.
In hindsight, did it go as bad as you thought it did?
No, and I think that's actually why it was good, because that might have been why she was so comfortable then. She's like, oh, this guy's just timid and meek. Is
Yeah.
probably what she thought. That's why she hopes to see me soon. Little does she know, in person, after I've known someone for 10 years, I am not timid or meek.
You're lewd.
I'm lewd.
Lewd and lewd.
I'm double lewd. I am both lewd and lewd. Oh, that's one of my favorite sayings of this year.
Yeah.
Too bad lewd isn't actually the word of the... It feels like it is, though. Lewd.
Lewd.
You just got lewd is what my dog always says. Because it's his middle name.
Lewd is his real name.
Yeah, Toby Lou.
Oh yeah.
So you get lewd by Toby Lou.
True.
He's always like, rough, you just got lewd.
Toby voice.
Yeah, as he rolls over on his back and shows his dark.
He is lewd.
Yeah, he sticks his dark up all the time. He's like, you just got lewd. Ruff. Ruff. Like L-U''D, lewd. But anyway, she, yeah, so I was timid and meek. And that's why I think it led her to really just grab me by the horns, for I did have horns. I didn't show the horns, but she grabbed them. And she drove them along for 7 straight minutes. I could hardly get a response in, and she'd be on to the next question.
Wow.
She was just like thrilled to, and again,
She was asking you questions.
well, she's an actress though, so you know she's very good at this. But still, at the same time, you know, she's not obligated to drive the conversation like that. So she must have. I'm thinking it came from a place of enthusiasm,
Yeah.
or at least I'm hoping. So,
Did you get to ask her any questions?
you know, I don't even know if I did. She was probably thinking this guy is too timid, too meek. He's definitely not lewd. So
Not
it looks
lewd
like
or lewd.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to take all of the conversation into my own hands. And she did that, as we will see.
Did you have questions prepared, or were you just gonna wing it?
I did. What did I have even? I think I was gonna wing it actually, because it was so early in the morning, and like I was saying, I was tired and feeling ugly, and I was feeling like I was kind of like stuttering along like this, and I was kind of talking under my breath, which is true. But I don't think I didn't stutter at all. So that's good. That would have ruined it.
Yeah.
So I was like confident, but I think I was just more cool and collected. Like, yeah, I'm talking to you, but I don't really care. I don't need to be talking to you.
Mhm.
And that's probably what inspired her so much to say that she hopes to see me soon.
Another question is, do you let that act up a little bit next time, or keep up your personality?
I think I'll put little bursts in. What she had already seen the little bursts, because at her meet and greet, you know, I was saying like, yeah, I went to the Roll Right Stones. I'm cool.
And she
It's
gave you
more
a
or less.
weird look like, wow, that was lewd.
No, I was pretty quiet in that too. I was just more quiet with the one-on-one because I was so tamed by her. And yeah, I thought I was too tame though, and that's the thing. Like, I left the convention thinking like, that was the dumbest 7 minutes ever. Like, what the hell did I even do this for? I mean, I love England, but yeah, I'll definitely never see that Queen again. I'm never gonna do a fan convention again. But I'm like, But I am kind of curious. What did she write? Because I like.
Oh, you didn't even look at it right away?
No. She had wrote it, and I was just so. I suppose I was looking at her, and not what she was writing. So I took it back and I said, "Thank you very much." And then we parted, and I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't." And she said, the last thing she said was like, "See you later," and I don't even think I responded. I'm like, yeah, like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, right. As I walked out the door, I'm like, we're never gonna. Why would she say that? Like, she clearly has no intention of seeing me later. But then I'm walking to the train station, and I walk along this nice little green path in Tamworth by the river. Kind of reminded me a lot of Hutch, actually.
Oh, really?
Like just like a very nice kind of forest, small town trail by a pond. And so I sit down at a bench to take out my book, and I'm like, all right, let's see what she wrote. And then I saw it. She hopes to see me soon.
X.
Yeah, with the kiss. And so that changed everything. Like, I had gone from completely defeated to just feeling like it was the greatest day upon the history of days. And that's the end of it. And then I've been ecstatic ever since. I came back thinking I'd be sad to leave England, but no, I've still been floating upon the same great ecstasy the entire week.
Wow.
And it hasn't worn off at all.
Maybe you'll just stick.
It'll
Just stay
This
forever.
is just me.
This is the new version of you.
I'm just endlessly happy now. Depression will never stick around. As long as I have that hope to see you soon. The only way I'll be depressed is if years go by and I don't see her soon.
Yeah.
but she must know something. She must know that perhaps they're gonna do the same convention next year, and she might have written that just to make sure I come back.
Yeah. If she truly enchanted you this much, then she must truly be a god.
Right.
And then she does know the future then.
And that's all good and well, but the thing that will really cement this in my mind is if we can confirm tonight that her laughter was genuine. Because the laughter is a big part of it. Is she
Yeah.
just acting and giving me false laughs because I paid for a slot with her? Or is it genuine laughter, which I suspect it to be, but I'll need your
Have you been
confirmation.
analyzing it ever since it happened?
It is single-handedly, hands down, the single recording that I have listened to most in my life. Of all the recordings I've taken, because I don't usually just sit and listen.
Does it have a play count on it?
Wouldn't that be funny? No, because it's just on my phone and there's no way to... I imagine it's got to be close to 50.
I think even if the laugh is fake, still means could be a positive thing,
It could be.
because she wants you to think that she's having a good time.
but that would mean she's not actually having a good time.
But also she's doing like a massive social event for her. She could be drained.
Right.
Or it could be hard for her to have a good time, but she wants to at least put up an act and do her best to make you feel like it.
That's true,
And
but...
then it paired with the note. So I think either way, whatever the laugh is, but if it is genuine laughter, it's obviously better.
Obviously better, and that's
Yeah.
what I think it is, because I was maybe thinking on my way back, I bet she was drained after 2 days of this crap. But then I listened to the recordings again after I saw the Hope to See You Soon, and I was like, oh no, this sounds like genuine laughter. And I wasn't able to analyze, obviously, in the spot, because I'm thinking about my own words. A couple of times I actually skip over things that she had said, and I'm like, curse you, as I'm listening to this recording over and over. I'm like, why are you, like, you completely stepped over a thing that could have been another conversation piece, because you were just thinking about what you were saying, you dumb cunt. And by cunt I mean me. I'm the dumb cunt. Like, when I give her the book, I say, you can take it if you want. And that's the one British word I said. Take.
You said it. You said it with an accent.
Yeah, I'll see if you can see it. Like, I spoke like American the whole time.
Was it
But
intentional?
for some reason, when I said, you can actually take it if you want. Like, I think take is the one word I said in British.
One time when I was like 12 years old, I was in the South.
And British
Road
just
trip.
slipped out.
No, Southern accent.
Oh no, no.
Like the lady at the register had like a really thick accent, and I accidentally like talked back to her in her same accent.
Oh, that's funny.
And it probably sounded terrible because I was 12.
Wait a minute, now that I think of it, I think I did say thank you very much kind of in a British accent under my voice when she gave me my autograph back. I think she laughed at that too. Well, she was laughing the whole time, so. But yeah, like when I gave her the book, I was like, you can actually take it if you want. And then I did my rehearsed. This was one of the only things I rehearsed. I was like, you know, you can throw it in the trash if you want. You can burn it if you want. You can give it to a friend, just to make it sound like she doesn't. Just to make it sound like I'm not, you know, commanding her to read this book. You know, to make myself sound not, what's the word? Unassuming and not cocky, you know?
Yeah.
But she's like, I definitely won't do that. That is so kind of you. This is so lovely of you. And I'm like, if you got a bookshelf, you can. And she's like, I do. I do have a bookshelf that I actually just made. And I just skipped over it. I didn't even realize she had said it. Like, I had to listen to the recording to catch it.
Wow,
I'm like,
she was trying to impress you with her bookshelf
I know.
skills, and you just ignored it?
I didn't even hear it because I was talking about her burning my book. And so I'm listening to the recording. I'm like, dude, she just told you she made a bookshelf, and you just told her that you could burn the book. Like, what? What are you doing? Yeah, so I was definitely pissed at myself for that. And a couple other times maybe too. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like stupid conversations that when you're not prepared for, and they're just driving all over the place. But overall, the end is what matters, and the end is that she hopes to see me soon. X. I wonder if she meant the movie X, the new horror movie. That was.
Yeah, she's probably referencing that.
Probably because she did have a horror movie reference.
Did she?
Yeah, I told her, she said, so what do you do back home? And that was the part that really stumped me. I guess I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for her to be interested in what I do back home. So I went with the trial thing, because I think that's the most interesting thing as of yet. And she's like, you know, that's funny because I actually just wrapped on a horror film about a clinical trial. And I laughed.
Of course.
In my mind.
Clinical trial going horribly wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, a drugs trial that goes horribly wrong, and I'm like, oh, how topical. And
so you've both done clinical trials now.
I guess so. Yeah, isn't that's God, which is her, like bringing us together through.
Yeah.
Hopefully, mine isn't horrible, but doesn't go horribly wrong. But you know.
Yeah, hopefully not.
And she.
It won't, because you have to see her soon.
Yeah.
Unless you see her before it.
I won't, but and that's how it shows that she's down to earth and crap too. Because I told her, yeah, it's gonna be $8,500 for the 12 days, and she's like, oh, can I sign up? It's like, so that's probably a lot of money even for her, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, she's an actor, but like actors don't get paid that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, even for her, that's probably impressed with me.
Too bad you gave it all away already.
Oh, God damn it. To that other
to
god.
A false god.
To a false. No, she's a true god. Stella's probably the truest god. She's hotter. Oh, forgive me, Millie. Forgive me, Bard. I think Stella is the hottest girl I know, to be honest. And I mean, in all honesty, like, she's not a celebrity, so I have a better chance, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I've been speaking with her for years. And she hasn't shot me down when I ask her to marry her. She just does clever ways to dance around it. So I'll probably marry her, but you know, like, I feel like we can come to an agreement that we'll each have one person that we can side bang with. and Laud Bod will be my one person I can side bang with. That'll be the one, because I already know her, you know, I've already got a good excuse. She said, I hope to see you soon, and she's the Queen of Mercia. So that's,
and she gave you an X.
Yeah, she'd have to be a true master indeed not to grant that wish of letting me see the Queen again. Because I can say to her, Stella, you know, you are the goddess, you are la diosa, la dueña, my master, but you are not the Queen. You know, the Queen, that belongs to someone else. So that's
and
that.
She'll be a jealous god if you say that.
She will be a jealous god, but then she can punish me, and that will be all the more hot.
That's true. Because you're an esclavo.
Esclavo. All right, that's 19 and a half minutes. Time to go, Tobe. My voice just got nasally because I had snot up there. And it must still be up there because it didn't come out.
I appreciate the description.
I hope someone is watching this far someday. All 20 minutes, they'll be in for a treat at the end.
Why don't we ever do commentary to the recordings?
What?
We should say, it's
Like,
if you're listening
layer
right
over
now,
the- Oh.
I hope you find that funny if you're listening.
Oh, okay.
Like a shout out to yourself or whoever's listening.
So you don't mean actually like going in and recording over the recording?
That'd be kind of funny too, though.
Doing a commentary
We should.
track on the recordings.
Yeah, like maybe every once in a while we go 10 years back and pick a random recording
Yeah.
and do commentary on it.
Sure. Oh, that's so grand.